St. Moritz is quite expensive and incredibly intentional. And right before Davos, that's exactly the point. The real conversations start early, in smaller rooms where trust matters more than hype. Hello friends, Eva here. Welcome back to Mandesla YouTube channel, where we talk about tech, entrepreneurship and crypto. Last Friday, I went in St. Moritz for Trust Cycle talks, parts of Trust Square's winter gathering. And I want to tell you why I'm making a video about a small event like this. Because before the WEF in Davos, everyone is preparing a story. But in rooms like St. Moritz, you can feel what actually people believe, not what they post. So today I'm sharing patterns, not people. No private conversations, no faces without permission, just what I learned about trust, signal, and how serious builders and investors think. The Trust Cycle talks are the centerpiece of a curated afternoon in St. Moritz. On Friday, January 16th, 2026, from 1 to 6 p.m. at billionaire Kempinski Hotel in St. Moritz, a small group of global leaders, innovators and investors meet for thought leadership, strategic dialogue and real connections. And the difference is subtle, but super important. This is not a hype room. It's not a take my card room. It's more like a temperature check. What's working, what's breaking, and what kind of trust is required if these technologies are going to move real money and real lives. What makes this kind of room valuable is the mix. You have builders who obsess over products and operations, and you have institutions that obsess over risk and compliance. And on the other hand, you have people thinking about the long term, infrastructure, health, and capital. And there is an unspoken rule. If you're here, your reputation matters. So people speak differently, more precise and less performative. The program was a series of curated keynotes and fireside chats. It's less about announcement, more about how serious people reason. One of the strongest frames I heard came from ZIBR, ZIBR. So the Zug Institute for Blockchain Research, blockchain beyond hype. And I had to and if I had to translate that into plain language, it's that the industry is moving from cool demos to operating reality that we can do research on, that is mature enough that we can start to observe its impact on people and society. And so here are 3 usable takeaways. Number 1, trust isn't a slogan, it's architecture, governance, and incentives. Number 2, impact happens when systems are usable, compliant, and maintained, not when they are just impressive. Number 3, Switzerland is uniquely positioned because it combines serious institutions, serious regulation, and serious builders. And that framing matters because it sets the tone for everything else. The next wave is not about getting attention, it's about becoming reliable. The AI conversation was also practical. The message wasn't use more AI, it was stop using AI like a one-off tool and start building a factory, a system that produces outcome continuously. And regarding that AI conversation, here are also my 3 usable takeaways. Number 1, the advantage is in workflows plus feedback loops, not just prompts. Number 2, data and distribution are still winning. So AI doesn't really replace strategy, it amplifies it. And number 3, the best teams are turning AI into processes and processes into compounding. So even in the room, you could feel the shift. Less, wow, AI can do this, and more of, how do we deploy it safely, repeatedly, and measurably? A theme I didn't expect to hear so clearly in this context was longevity. The framing was simple. Longevity is starting to escape velocity, which means we are living longer and longer, and who knows, maybe at some point we will reach proper immortality. The future is personalized baselines, not generic advice. So you need to know your baseline, so do the blood work and check the biomarkers. And the DNA, even if it's the main and primal input, it's not destiny. The microbiome matters, and the behavior change is also part of the protocol. Your mental health, psychology, how do you feel? So Switzerland is a natural place for this topic. high quality healthcare, research culture, and people who think long term. And from a business point of view, longevity isn't just personal, it's economic. Aging populations mean that building with dignity and real utility becomes a competitive advantage. Now, here is the real reason I like rooms like this. Networking is different. It's not volume, it's not collecting contacts, it's building trust fast without being loud. So here's my playbook in this kind of rooms and exchanges. Number one, I enter with a point of view, not a pitch. And if you're interesting, people will ask you what you do. They will talk to you. Number two, ask one clean question. What are you prioritizing this year and why, for example? Number three, listen to constraints, regulation, timelines, distribution, and what can't be said out loud. Number four, make one clean offer, an insight, an intro, or a follow-up that actually helps. Number five, respect the room. No forced photo, no forced name dropping. And number six, do a follow-up within the 24 hours. One message, one sentence of context, one next step. Something like that. One of my best conversations wasn't even about crypto, it was about communication. The insight was simple. Founder-led marketing works because trust transfers faster from a person than from a logo. And in 2026, distribution still belongs to whoever can show up consistently. Let me connect this to building in crypto and entrepreneurship in general. In markets, execution beats noise. And in crypto, trust isn't branding, it's operations. It's clean risk management, clear controls, transparent behavior, and boring reliability. And that's what these rooms reminded me of. If you want to build something institutional grade, you don't start with hype. You start with reliability and you earn trust one small follow through at a time. My takeaway from Trust Cycle talks is this: the best rooms are not loud, they are intentional. And the most valuable currency is not attention, it's trust. You are watching probably this during the WEF week while I'm in Davos. So if you want to follow Davos week with me closely, follow me on X at maniraguha_ACC, like acceleration. I'll be writing it down here. And next Monday at 6 p.m. CET, you should expect my Davos video. And if you want more Switzerland field notes like this, subscribe and tell me what you optimize for at events: learning, deals, partnership, or even reputation. And if you are new to high trust rooms, you don't need to be loud to be noticeable. You need to be clear. You need to follow through. Thanks a lot for watching this video until the end. So yeah, see you next with the Davos video. Ciao.